Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. I'm your host, Lenoria, and today's topic is aging gracefully. And I have Gina with me today, and we're gonna sit here like seasoned, beautiful women,
right?
And talk about just aging. I actually gracefully.
Yep.
That's right. We can't leave gracefully out because that's a different. Just aging is a whole different thing than doing it gracefully. You are so right.
Yep.
These questions that I have today, Gina, I got them from different people. Just things that they wanted to know. Young girls, old girls, just stuff that they. So we're gonna have to just give it. Well, I know the questions because they gave them to me, but because some of them I think we're gonna have to just give it a little thought. And you know what's funny is I've read them and I'm still have to give it some thought. But it's okay because we're gonna be real with you guys. Yes. Okay, so this first question is, what does aging with grace mean to you personally? Aging with grace. And look, I have to, you see me, I'm doing this like grace.
I like that. You want to go? You want me to answer that?
No, you can.
So to me, aging gracefully means that you have gotten to a point in your life where you have removed things that are not doing you well, that are not bringing you joy and happiness and peace. And you are letting in things like health, mental health, spiritual health, loving your family in a different way, not actually providing, but just being in the moment with your family.
A different state of mind.
Yeah, it's a different state of mind. I absolutely agree. But to me, aging gracefully means that just everything is peaceful. Like everything is peaceful. You don't have to fight anymore, no longer fighting with your children or, making sure that you're picking up carpool and all that stuff that life took us, and then corporate. So we're at a point now to where you're kind of scaling back on work, enjoying the finer things in life, like travel and all that kind of stuff. So that's to me what aging gracefully means.
Okay.
That's my...
Okay. Guys, and you know what? I just thought about something. You see what we have on?
Oh, yeah.
We did not plan this.
No,
when I saw her, I was like, oh my God.
I mean,
great minds think alike.
We do.
And we are seasoned women, we're thinking alike. So let me see what I think aging gracefully for me personally means. I wrote doing things without reservations. I'm going to just do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and I'm going to be okay with it. I'm just going to live.
Like you told me earlier, YOLO.
YOLO. You only live once.
That's
we're going to do, and when we want something, we're going to get it.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely get it. Yep.
So that's what it means, and I think I probably need to do a little bit more or say a little bit more, but that's what it means. And you know what? The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is I'm trying to think of what I'm doing now with my life and how I'm feeling to be able to answer the question, aging gracefully. And am I aging gracefully? I think you are. I look at you every day. Well, not every day, Gina, but we talk.
We do.
We talk, and I see you just... You are soaring gracefully through our seasoned age, and I'm like, look at your ass. You just doing what I tell you that all the time.
I think being an empty nester puts you in a big different mindset. I really do, because you don't have to look at your watch. You don't have to prepare meals. It's just all about us. Like, I'm being very selfish in my age now. I tell everybody that. I'm very selfish with my time.
I don't think it's selfish.
It is. I want to be. Yeah, we do deserve it, but I want to be selfish. Like, I make myself do that. Like, usually I'm so much, doing for other people, but not anymore. Not anymore. I want to make sure I'm front and center of what my decision making is.
And you know what? That's a question down the line about doing for other people, and I'll get to that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The second question: how has your relationship with self-care changed from your 20s to now? Let me read it again. How has your relationship with self-care changed from your 20s to now?
Oh, wow. Big change. Big change.
A big change. Wait, what?
I am at the spa. They know me by name at the spa. And today I made my first real, I go get facials and stuff, but I made an appointment with an esthetician to do something deeper. Like I'd never done anything deeper for my skin. So I, like I said, they know me at the spa. I make sure I go quarterly. And then I'm doing more self-care, a meditation. Like I have not done a lot of that.
You remember that time we went to Oprah's? It was The Big Quiet. The Big Quiet. That's what it was called.
Yes, you're right. We meditated.
With Oprah Winfrey. And I guys, meditation is wonderful and is something everyone should do. I tried meditating, but I know this sounds silly, and people that meditate can relate to this. I would always feel like I'm about to fall asleep, or I would get so deep into just a zone till it kind of scared me a little bit. I don't know if I was doing it right.
That's
so
right.
It does.
Yeah, you're supposed to feel like you're falling asleep, like you have went to another place. Like, yes.
But it kind of scared me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
not because you were doing it.
Oh, I was?
And you blocked all the noise out.
Okay.
And it was just you and your thoughts. So,
but this is how I know that there is another, that guy, I don't know his name.
I remember,
yes,
that was
but
beautiful.
he was on stage with Oprah.
With 10,000 people.
Oh my gosh, that was the first time I seriously meditated. That auditorium had probably over, good night, how many people?
I think it was over 10,000.
It was a whole bunch of people. And of course, people are all talking. And I know I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back, y'all. I just got to say this because meditation is important, and you said it. But at first you hear everybody talking, doing whatever, and he told us to listen to his voice, to the sound of his voice. He counted, and then he said something else. He said, do not think about anything. I don't know how I did this, but I tuned into that man's voice, and I went into a deep meditation in it. I felt so good. I was scared, but felt good. But I knew you were right there, and I knew it was a lot of other people that were doing it. So it was a different feel than just being too scared. But long or the short, when he said, okay, at the sound of my voice, I would like for you to just come back and whatever. When he said, come back, Gina, when I opened my eyes, I was like, and remember I turned to you and I was almost in tears because I was like, I did it.
Imagine doing that every day.
But I don't think I could do that for myself, but I wish I could, to really and stay there. Because I did it, but then I get really spooked, or I feel like I'm too tired where I want to go to sleep. I just don't feel like it was right. Okay. So I thought I was going to get somebody to try to.
Well, do it with some sound noise.
So you know how to
bath.
do it?
Well, I go to YouTube and I do the sound bath noise, and then I try to give myself 10 minutes to listen to the sound bath and just kind of let your mind relax, because I have, that's a whole nother story, but I have a little anxiety issues. So
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And who doesn't? Okay.
Because my schedule is always bouncing around, so I always have to make sure I don't forget something. So I try to do it 10 minutes a day. I don't do it every day, but when I do it, I feel really great.
If I could learn how to do it like that guy did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We probably should find his YouTube and listen to it.
Yes, we got to look back at it. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. So you said meditating and facials and
massages, and then taking a trip away abroad, learning new cultures. That's a new thing that I want to do. I want to go to different countries that I've never visited. So our bucket list now to visit all the countries that I've never
I used to do that a lot when my husband and I, when the kids were young. We soared. Every time we took a family vacation, it was a soar. We went, now when they're old, no, and it's good, but they can do for themselves, and and we don't have to worry about carrying them or whatever.
True.
But yeah.
So that's my from my 20s to now. I know the importance of self-care. So that's where I am now. I'm just all about that.
Okay, so I got to read this again because I want to make sure I answer it. It says, how has your relationship with self-care changed from your 20s to now? I'm just in my 20s. When I was 20, I had to leave the house with a full get-up. I mean, I had to be from head to toe. I had to have my makeup on, hair done, nail done, face done. I mean, I just had to be on it because I was I thought I was that and all. I thought I was that in a bag of chips.
But you still are.
Yeah. Oh,
And you still leave BJ.
No, I don't do that now. But
Okay. I beg to differ when you go places.
Well, because I'm on here, I'm not gonna let them see me looking like
okay.
Celie from The Color Purple.
No, but I still see you look nice.
Oh,
when you go
she's
out.
so sweet.
Still see you.
But
look nice.
yeah, in
Okay.
my 20s, I just always was just that, trying to just be so cute and dainty. But okay, it says now. The difference now with me is self-care is really self-explanatory. It's more so now for me, my mind, physical, mental, exercise, facials. I do a facial every week. Just taking care of the body. I didn't, in my 20s, my body was to be out there and switching and being happy and showing it off. But now my body is, I have to keep it right. And I didn't care. I did exercise only because I was an athlete, or I was physically fit. But now I do it because I need to do it to keep me, young, feeling good,
Yeah.
Okay. Was there a moment you realized I need to do more for me? Was there a moment in your life where you said, I just got to do more for me?
Yeah, I feel like, again, I go back to being an empty nester, because you really can't do for yourself when you have other people that you're taking care of, including my husband. But now, I wouldn't say it happened immediately, but I would say maybe in the last 5 years or so, it's kind of been more, like I said, I'm more selfish. I need to do more for myself, not because that
is not selfish. She keeps saying selfish.
I say selfish
Guys,
because that's
we deserve it.
We do deserve it, but I make it a mental state. Like, I'll go somewhere and have things in my hand. I'm like, no, let me just do this for me. Let me just let me rewind or take a detour and do this versus that.
Go and get if you see something you want to get it for everyone else.
Of course.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, no, let me do this for me. I think I shared something with you before, but we'll say that for another podcast. So I'm like, I'm getting this for someone else, but I think I'll keep it for myself. So I would say the last 5 years, it kind of clicked, like, okay, things that you really need to do for yourself.
In the last 5 years?
I would think so.
I think I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I think it has been like the last 4 or 5 years that I absolutely see where, because I started doing, I started writing my books maybe 4 years ago. So you're right, and I did all of this. I realized I needed to do stuff for me after my children was gone. I was so busy with them and doing things for them, running them back and forth, making sure they had the right upbringing, make sure that they had everything, and I had to, teach them. We're their first teachers. I had to do all of that. And you don't think about yourself. Not a good mother. You do, but you don't. A good mother is like so in tune to her children, trying to make sure that and you are one of them. You did the same thing. We're always doing stuff for our kids. And I just could not, I wasn't thinking about myself. It's like, I'll be all right. I've done a couple of things, but right now what matters is making sure that they know what's what and getting them wherever. So my answer would be after the kids got older and I didn't have to do anything for them, I guess.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. I think our kids are similar in age. Yours are probably a little bit younger. A little bit younger. So,
but they're all in their 20s.
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Or
30s for me.
Okay. 20s and early 30s.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Tamara is 37.
Oh, okay.
I
Look
know.
like a teenager.
I know.
Beautiful.
We have great genes.
Yes. Yes. The older ones did us right?
They did. Our elders, yes.
Elders. Okay. What does physical wellness routine looks like at this stage of your life? A physical wellness routine, what does it look like for you?
So in the mornings it's treadmill, light weights, and then in the evenings now it's heavy weights. So we do a lot of lifting in the evening time, but in the morning it's like a little cardio and a little light weights. So yeah, and then golf, like we get out and play golf.
That's physical too, because you do it the wrong way, you throw that back completely out.
Yeah. So we do a little golfing. My husband does a lot. I do a little.
You just do
I'm a
it.
fair weather now because if it's bugs, snakes, any of that, I'm gonna be.
Bugs and snakes. I can
Yeah.
see flying bugs, but snakes
Oh yeah,
be on
snakes
the
are pretty.
golf course.
Oh yeah. There was
I
one
don't play
stretch
golf,
out-
guys. So, and I'm not trying to say, I'm not saying this like, oh my gosh, I really didn't know that there would be.
Oh
snakes.
yeah, they have signs out now. Beware of snakes. They're bad.
Oh,
So,
no.
I don't know of any course that doesn't have them.
Oh my gosh.
Not in Georgia. Maybe. I mean, we played in other countries and they have other things, but I think everybody has snakes, especially when we have a lot of green and vegetation.
Wow, I did not know
And
that,
water.
Gina.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yes, baby, snakes.
Okay, with me, my physical my physical wellness routine looks like I do 5 days a week, 1 mile. I walk 1 mile, and I do light weightlifting. I don't want to do any heavy.
Right.
I do, but I need to do anyone that's seasoned like we are. We need to. I do the light. I don't want to do the heavyweight. Even though I'm trying to get a little cut, my trainer,
Yeah.
he's training with me, and I'm trying to get a little cut. And you have to do a little, it has to have a little weight to
Resistance,
it.
yeah.
But I'd rather do it light and long than heavy, and I don't want to strain.
Okay.
Yeah. You said okay. And I'm always reading something. I always want to keep my mind going. I'm very active. My job is active. I work with
run
kids,
around.
so I'm always moving. And another thing I like to do is have a good conversation with an adult that has intelligence. I just don't.
You want adult conversation because you deal with children.
I deal with children,
Yeah,
and an
I
adult
understand
conversation is very important to me. I
Oh,
need to
of
talk to
course.
older people.
Right.
So, and that might not even, I don't know if it pertains to physical well-being or the routine, but yeah, I just had to
Gotcha.
throw that in there.
Gotcha.
Let me see. Okay. How has your body changed, and how have you adjusted to those changes? Is that funny? Is that funny or what? How has your body changed, and
From
how
what,
have you?
20s to now?
It doesn't say the age. The
Okay.
person that asked this question didn't say the age, but the question was, how has your body changed, and how have you adjusted to those changes? I mean, whatever age you are. But let's just say 20 is the mark. How did it change from 20 to
quite
now?
a bit. I mean, first of all, I never had a body. I was one of the kids in school that never really developed. I never had any of that until I became, my 30s. But now, I mean, I'm very much more than I ever was, but I'm embracing it. And that's it. That's all I can say about that. I'm embracing the curves and all the extra stuff that I've gotten over the years. I'm okay with it.
Oh, okay. Let me
I'm
see.
okay with it.
When I tell you, do y'all have all day?
I was like,
Do
this
you
is
have
good.
all day? Because I'm gonna go down the list of things
Oh, wow.
that has.
You have a list.
Gina.
I mean, we all have
I had
a list,
to think
but-
about it, and when I say this list, and it is because I knew what I was gonna ask, I thought about this. I said, Lord.
Because you can wrap it up in a nutshell. Are you?
Yes, but no. Everyone else is
Oh,
going
you got
to.
more add-ons?
Everyone else is going to say, "Yep, yes."
Oh, okay.
From their 20s to now, whatever. I'm seasoned. You're seasoned, and these are things that that has changed for me,
Oh, wow.
and I have adjusted to the change.
Okay.
My body has changed a lot. I mean, I have a pouch down here. I didn't have a pouch, but that changed when I got
Oh, you want to
pregnant.
get into specifics?
Yeah, I got pregnant.
Okay.
My hair, y'all, I know y'all like my wigs because I love my wigs. I will wear my wigs. I love them. It's part of my getup. However, underneath this wig, I am a I was gonna say golden girl, but I am. It's white.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yes. One thing about it though, it's white, it's thick, it's healthy, it's long, it's beautiful. But my hair has changed. That's another thing.
The color.
The color. That's right. The color has. Let me see. My eyes. My eyes have changed because I have to wear glasses. Right now, I have contacts on because I have to be able to read this, and my eyes have changed. My strength. As far as trying to lift something physically I'm not as strong as I used to. Girl, I can change the living room around by myself, picking up sofas and all of that. Nah, I'm not trying to do that now. I've been threw my back completely out.
Okay.
Look at the camera. And threw my back completely out.
Okay.
But now my physical strength is not as good, but my mental strength is better now that I'm older, I believe. Somebody else might think different, but I know that certain things that I would just fold, which wasn't many, I would fold to when I was younger, but now it's like, oh, let me bring it. Right? Are you agreeing with me on these?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do agree.
Okay.
Yep.
Multitasking, I can't. You better ask me one thing and let me get that thing done and do it. Because in my younger 20s, wearing 50 hats, I could wear 50 hats. I could work all day in heels, stockings, after I get off work, I would change my clothes and and party all night in heels and be good to go. If I put on a pair of heels and go an hour, I'm gonna need to go and get a pedicure so I can soak my feet, and I'm gonna need my calves exercise. When they hit the calves like this to make the blood circulate, all of that.
I still wear my heels.
Yeah, I wear them, but they can't be high like I used to wear them. Those high heels, and your legs are so beautiful. Yes, and that's why because you wear your heels still.
Yeah.
Girl, no, I can't do that. Let me see. My thinking is different.
And we're talking about physical or mental?
My thinking.
Thinking, okay.
Yeah. In my 20s, things bothered me a little bit. But now it's like, okay, I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
Are you like that?
Oh, absolutely. Things don't bother me like they used to.
I mean,
sometimes it just scales over me, because I know it's not important.
Yeah.
So same thing.
Yeah. I just really don't care.
Right.
It's like,
But it doesn't pertain to us. It's because usually we'll be caring about stuff that doesn't, somebody's not okay or they didn't do something right. We would jump in there and like, well, this is how you do it.
Yes.
No more.
Gina, I really I would get upset when in my younger years if I lost something and I couldn't find it. That was a pet peeve of mine. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't find it. I gotta find it. I would just stop until I find it. I have to find it. Now it's like, oh, it's lost. Well, if it show up, it show up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well, I just don't care.
Yeah.
And my moving is slower.
Yeah.
But I'm still embracing all of this. It's who we are now, and this is what they mean by, I guess, aging gracefully. These things will happen, but you got to know how to keep it moving. And
And man, I feel good about us because at least at this age, we're doing something. Like we're mentally doing something, we're physically doing stuff, spiritually doing things. Like I think that's the key. I think at this age, if you're not doing those things, then you're probably, struggling like with your health and your mental and your spiritual. Like you have to be involved in those things really heavily.
Okay. How have I adjusted to the change? How have we adjusted to the changes that we just talked about? How has your body changed and how have you adjusted to those changes? I think I did that. Oh, I just read it twice. Okay. Do you feel that beauty and wellness industry caters to women 40? Why and why not?
40?
Yeah. Do they cater to us?
I think
Yes
in the beauty industry, I do. I feel like they have something for you. Can see it all over the news and all over the TV. They have something for every age.
And that's exactly what I put. I said,
I do.
Okay. Do you feel the beauty and wellness industry caters enough to the women?
Absolutely, I do. I mean, I feel like if it's supporting my needs, then I'm okay.
Okay.
Like I can't answer for everybody, but for me, whatever I feel like I need in my life at this point, it's accessible to
because
me.
I feel at this question, I think this question was asking, do they have enough stuff out there for women 40 and over? And I believe that they do as well because makeup is for any age.
True.
And if I'm answering the question right or reading it right, makeup is for, you have a palette here and it's got makeup on it. It doesn't matter how old you are. We can both use it if you're seasoned or if you're 20.
And some things have a little extra, like they have a little extra collagen in it. I've noticed, for aging gracefully.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like the answer to that is yes.
Okay, this is a good one. How do you protect your peace now versus how you handle stress in the 20s? How do you protect your peace?
So I can't remember the 20s when I was trying to protect my peace, because I think I was one of those people who were kind of catering to whoever I was with, or my children, my relationships, work. I was always that person that catered to everybody else's needs except for mine. So now I feel like, yeah, so now I feel like I just kind of make a conscious effort to make sure that I'm taking care of myself in that aspect. Were you going to say something?
No. I was going to say Gina was at exactly what she's saying. That kind of person, always taking care of everyone else and doing for everyone else. But now to protect your peace now. But let me, how do you protect your peace now versus the way you handle it in the 20s? I almost said darn near verbatim, like you did. I was trying so hard to just know myself in my 20s. I didn't stress. I really didn't know a whole bunch. I was just trying to learn myself. You know, not knowing how to get things and just trying to figure out how and just learning. You're learning in your 20s.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. How do we protect our peace? How do we protect our peace
now?
Yes.
So I think I have a good rhythm with the people who are in my core group. But if someone is not in my core group and somehow we interact, okay.
No, I'm listening because I'm ready to tell mine. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but
you go first.
Okay. I protect my peace. This is how I do it in this order, guys. In this order, I look. I look at you. Then I follow it up with verbal telling you, hey, get back. Then I call you out your name.
Oh. Okay.
Then I tell you to kiss my ass. Then I walk away. That's how I protect my peace.
Hey,
and I know I had to write that down. And I know that's bad, guys. And I know that y'all are like, dang, you so ghetto. You so this, you're so that. Let me tell you, peace is the biggest thing next to your daggone health when you get seasoned like Gina and I are. And other people know when you get a certain age, your peace means everything.
Sure.
I'm not going to let you disrupt it. And when you do, like I said, I'm going to give you the look first. Then, yes, I'm going to just lean my head to the side and look at you. If you got enough sense, you will know, okay, that look already means just leave the girl alone. But just in case you don't have all your screws and you push me to the next, and the next thing would be, I'm going to verbally tell you, I'm going to need you to give me some space because I'm a little teed off, irritated or whatever. I'm going to verbally tell you. Come on. Because, see, I'm protecting my peace. Because you ain't about to come in and mess me up. So after I verbally told you, like I said, then I'm going to call you out your name. And that's unladylike and it's not nice, but I'm telling y'all the truth. People, I'm not going to get on here and say, well, no, I just say no and just ignore them. No, I'm going to call you out your name, bitch. Did I tell you to leave me alone? You doing the most, stop. And please excuse me for doing all that cursing, but I really do go there because it's like when I'm in that way, yes, you everybody know people know what I'm talking about. When I'm in that way, it's like you done already had the look. I done already told you. When somebody tell you something and you still do it, yeah, you're gonna be called out your name because you stupid. Now, after that, I have nothing left to do but tell you to kiss my ass and I'm walking off and then I'm gonna get my peace because you're gonna be looking at my back. Yeah, that's what you're gonna be doing. Oh my gosh, Gina.
Gotcha. We always handle things differently.
Yes, Gina is totally opposite from me.
But I get.
Oh, you're getting bolder now.
But when I started, I said my core group because my core group knows. Like we already had, all of us have had that conversation about peace. Like they know not to bring stuff to me that's not good.
Yeah.
Don't put nothing on my plate that has nothing to do with me. But if someone outside my core, I've learned that I don't know them and they don't know me. So I just kind of eliminate that.
That is true, but what is this international language? This is international language. I think anywhere in the world you go, if you do this, everybody know, oh, that's fuck you. Okay, if you're an adult and somebody do you like this, or they do you like this, Or they're just like, if you have good sense, you know that
Right.
they are not smiling. They want you to leave them alone. They're irritated. They're something's going on.
Right.
Give them their space, and you don't. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna tell you, please leave me alone. I don't really care for what you just said to me.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna tell you. Then after that, it gets worse and worse and worse. Now I got to give.
Right.
I got to
But
put it
you've
back.
changed a lot, though. You are not. You never gave all those chances in the past.
Oh.
But you've done. No, you would never give a chance like that in the past. So you've done really well. She's doing
Only
really
she
well.
could tell you guys that.
Yeah.
Gina, no. In
Yeah.
my 20s, no, ma'am. I'm not gonna give
Right.
you all those. The look, and after the look, it's a pounce.
Yeah.
After the look, it's like, no,
Yeah.
okay. And that's just not, it wasn't good at all. I'm not proud of that at all, but that's just how I
Yeah,
was.
you've changed because you done
Oh.
gave 5 steps down. You done got the 5 steps
I had
down.
5
so
steps.
You
It was
give people
one
5
step.
chances.
It was one step.
So right.
Yes. And then it depends on the situation. I won't even give you the look.
No.
You already feeling
You
it.
already know.
You you already feeling it.
That's so
That's
true.
terrible. Okay, so
But we know how to get our peace. So whatever it means necessary, we get our peace.
and I think any woman that is seasoned,
Yeah.
and when I say seasoned, guys, let me say seasoned, I'm going to say 50, 60, and older. That's a seasoned woman. She knows.
Yeah.
And just, when she wants her peace, give it to her. And trust and believe, you ain't got to give it to her. She's going to take it by any means necessary.
That's true.
So you would do good to just go ahead and give it to her if you got any sense.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's true.
What boundaries have become non-negotiable with your age now?
Oh gosh, there's a few. It depends on what setting I'm
Now I
in.
couldn't even think of a whole bunch because
it's a few.
yeah, tell me. Well, think of it. Just think about it and then because I don't know.
It depends. Like when we're in a setting, like a social setting, or like let's say we go out to dinner and there's some, like at the very beginning, there's something not right about the situation, the way we were treated. Then it used to be we'll just kind of work through it, but now it's like, oh no, our money is green, so we can just leave. It's important enough for our boundaries that we are not going to spend a dime in your establishment.
Right. That's a good analogy.
yeah.
Good example. Good example. Not an analogy. Good example.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's a boundary.
That is a boundary. That's a first of all, I've been like that forever though.
Okay.
It's like no. Even when I was young, it's like you ain't gonna treat me wrong. You're not gonna. So I should have known how to say what my boundaries were. But I think I've always had boundaries. You think?
Yeah, I mean, you did have boundaries. I guess it all depends on what type of boundaries. Like you have boundaries with your children, boundaries with your spouse, boundaries with friends. It just depends on the setting. But yeah, I do have plenty. It just depends on what setting it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of my boundaries, though. I'm trying to think. That was a good example. I just don't. Yeah, I'm not letting. Yeah, I because I've been like this all my life.
So you may have already had your boundaries. Maybe you just expressed them a little differently when you were
I think I'm
younger.
better.
Maybe you're better with it now.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't let you. Like we were just laughing about. I wouldn't let you in.
Yeah, see, I let people in
You
when I
should.
was younger.
Yes,
but
you
not
did.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not
No, I
anymore.
know you do.
My circle is really small.
No,
and
it's
I
that.
like it
It's
that
that
way.
season.
It's that season. It's that extra salt and pepper.
Yeah. So I guess because I've been doing it for so long and I've had boundaries all my life. And my boundaries are just don't try me. Just don't be playing.
Right.
Just come correct. Be you're gonna be. I can't say be honest because people are gonna lie. People are gonna be who they are, and that's all well fine and dandy. But just please don't patronize me. Don't do the things that don't. Bottom line, boom boom. Don't try me. Just don't, because I don't do those things. I do what I want people to do to me. I absolutely do it.
Yeah.
I don't try people. I don't try to, I don't try them. I don't know. I try to do the right thing, put it that way. I'm trying to find the words to say, Gina.
Well, yeah, I think boundaries are just depending on who the person is or who the people are. Like, we got to have boundaries with our children. We have boundaries with our job and our businesses. You know, you have boundaries of how things run. And it depends. But yeah, I get your boundaries.
Yeah.
I get it. And as long as people understand where you're coming from, then I think it's great.
Because the business that I have, oh my gosh, there are some parents that would, throughout the almost 30 years, it's about 28 years, they would try me, and you have rules, you have things, you have everything that you need them to do. They signed it, but they still will try you.
Oh yeah, everybody will still try you.
In any business, people will try you, or they'll try to find a loophole and then just jump through it. And then I'm that person that will squeeze that hole on you while you're in the middle of it, because you're not gonna do it. And that's not fair, because I did not do you that way. I didn't come at you any kind of way, so I won't let you do it to me. So yeah, those boundaries.
Yeah. I think you and I both have pretty clear boundaries.
Okay, how do you manage negative thoughts around aging, whether it's about looks, health, or role in society, your role in society? Let me read it again. How do you manage negative thoughts? Wow.
I don't really have them.
You don't have negative thoughts?
I am happy with my age. I'm happy with I feel like I'm at a good place in my life. I don't really think negative about my age. Now, or aging. I don't think negative.
I do. I don't
we
think
had that conversation.
Yeah, we have had the conversation. Yeah. And when she gave me this, I was really glad. I said, this is a good one. How do you manage your negative thoughts around aging? Gina, I never, it didn't bother me getting older until I got to a certain age.
Yeah.
And that age, you know what it is, and I don't like it.
And it doesn't bother me, because I'm around enough people who we don't look our age, and we don't act our age. So it's kind of, I don't think I've gotten to the point yet where I'm feeling negative about it. I mean, because it's what it is, right? We can't do anything about it. So I try to get those negative thoughts.
Pardon me. Well,
now I think negatively about certain things about, like I can always complain about something, but I don't have any negative thoughts in my head when I wake up in the morning about my age. I feel great about it.
No, it's not. I don't think that's what it is, guys. For me, I don't know. I can't even explain it. Please, if somebody is watching this and you feel the same way, and you really can't explain it, because that's where I am. I really can't explain it. But what I do know is I'm the older you get, I'm trying to, give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to explain. The older I get, it's like you're just getting closer to that death age, or I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know how to switch it, but well, I'm not going to say I don't know how to switch it. I know how to, because the other question was around aging, whether it's your looks, your health, or your role in society. My looks, I don't have no problem with my looks. I think my mother did so well with giving me blessed me with this beautiful skin and the beautiful everything.
Yeah.
My hair, and my health is good. My role in society, I think I'm very good there.
Okay, that was all good. There was nothing negative that you said, so.
Nothing negative, but why do I feel, I don't get up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, oh my gosh, I'm this age. No, it's not that, guys. I can't explain it. So if you are, let me just say this. If you're watching this and you are, I'm gonna say 55 or 50, 55 or 60 and older, and you feel some kind of way, but you can't really put your finger on it, yeah, please leave a DM me and let me know what you're thinking and what's what, okay? But this is what I did write down. This is how I got through it and how I get through it. I remember my mother and how she handled aging. She took it as it came and she mastered it. My mom, oh my gosh, my mother lived till she was only 5 days from 80 when she passed. And My mother, oh my gosh, so beautiful, guys. When I say beautiful,
Yeah.
she's a beautiful woman, and she was just a good person, you know. She, no matter how old she got, no matter the wrinkles started coming, maybe, I mean, later on, when she was in her 60s, no, she looked like she was in her 40s, and when she became 80, she looked like she was probably about maybe 60. But my mom took it one day at a time and did it. It's like, oh, well, it is what it is, and I'm gonna keep on moving. I'm moving a little bit slower, but her main thing she always said to me and my children, don't get old. Not meaning don't die and don't, die or anything like that. She goes, don't get old. That means don't stop moving. As long as you're living, keep moving,
Right.
because once you sit down and you do not be mobile, everything else sits down and stop moving.
Yeah.
So she said, keep on moving. She said, don't get old. Yeah.
And I can understand that. Because
Right.
if you give up on life, you're not living anymore. So.
What did Drake say on that song?
Oh.
Not everybody dies, but wait a minute. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Remember that part in that rap song?
Yep,
I love that song. I don't know the name of it, but he was so right. And every time he get to that part, I'm like, yes, that's
Right,
so true.
right.
Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. You are existing. You're here. You're not doing anything. You're not living. You're existing.
It's
but
true.
my mom was like, keep on
moving, yeah.
moving. Don't get old.
That's true.
Okay, so how has your sense of purpose evolved over time?
Oh, wow. It's changed quite a bit. Now that I'm at this stage in my life, my sense of purpose is really important because we have grandkids now. So we have decided to leave a legacy for our grandkids, like things for them to not have to worry about in the future. So yeah, I've changed a lot. I've kind of put things in place for my grandkids.
That's your purpose.
That's my purpose, yeah.
Now I know you're gonna say, okay, Nora, because
Everybody's
guys,
different.
I was gonna say, because you always know exactly what to say, right? I have to think about mine, and it might not even. Let me just say, my purpose. The longer I live, the more God has shown me my purpose, and I believe my purpose is caring for children. A lot of people have always told me, especially throughout my journey of daycare, my business, some people would come in and say, this is your calling. I was like, no, it's not. It's not my calling. It's a business like everybody else. I'm just doing it to the best of my ability and doing it the right way. They're like, baby. No. Older women would come and say, this is your calling.
Yeah.
But now that I'm seasoned, and he has shown me, God showed me that you are here for little ones because you do them right. It's so many people doing little ones so terribly bad, and they can care less. Everybody want to check. They don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. From daycare to school to college to nowhere. Nobody
all in the
cares.
news, yeah.
Yeah. So, but and I do feel a certain way now. And it took all these years. That's a sad thing.
Okay.
But look, I'm still here, and it's better late than never.
Yeah.
And being an uncertified counselor, that's another purpose. I'm an uncertified counselor. When I tell you guys, believe it or leave it, and other daycare providers, they will be able to relate if their parents share things with them. But they'll come in and they'll talk and say things and talk to me before work and when they pick up the kids after work. And and I just counsel to them and let them know how I feel and what I think, and I try to be as positive and tell them the best things that I can to help them in their situation. Right. And I always go upstairs and I tell my husband, I said, well, I've done my 2 jobs for today. I did my counseling with no certification, and we joke about that.
I get it.
Okay, what do you wish your 30-year-old self knew?
Oh, wow. 30-year-old self. Now that I gotta think about.
Okay.
30-year-old self. Let me think. That don't be scared to take risks. My 30-year-old self should have told me, you got this. Like, you're very much prepared for this journey that I'm on, and just don't doubt yourself. I think I had a lot of self-doubt when I was younger because I didn't really have that instilled in me like that.
In your 30s?
Yeah, my 30s. It came from my 20s and kind of stemmed from my childhood, but I never really had that motivation or nobody to motivate me. Like, I was very capable of doing anything I wanted to do.
But you were such a leader, Gina, and you took care of everybody.
See, yeah,
you know, when you were younger, I remember even, I'm the youngest out of 6 guys. And I remember, yeah, of course, my siblings did everything. But you're the oldest, and that's why. That's why.
So to the oldest, you have more responsibility. So I was still a nurturer then, when I should have really been nurturing myself and kind of, pouring into myself, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I think if I were to tell my 30-year-old self what I can know now, it's just you got this. Go ahead and apply for that college or write that, article, because I wanted to be a journalist. That was my goal. And just do those type of things. Like, I just didn't have the motivation, but that's okay. I still made the best of it. I still pivoted, and that's something I got from my mother, was tenacity. So I still pivoted and did what I needed to do to take care of my children at the time. So yeah, I think I would have just said, just go ahead and have more confidence and do that, what you wanted to do. Seek it out. So
in my 30s, what would I tell my 30-year-old, let me read it again, guys. What do you wish your 30-year-old self knew? What do I wish I knew, Gina? I wish I knew to, but I did know it. I still didn't do it though. I wish I knew, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I wish I had known to keep my mouth closed more and listen more. Wait a minute. Don't talk much and listen more. That's what I wish my 30-year-old knew. And to not to, like, you piggyback off of what you said, not to sweat the small stuff.
right.
But everything was so big and so, at 20, you're just, and I always use this, it's so silly, young, dumb, full of cum. And at 30, you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm 30. 20s went by real quick.
Right.
I better get a job or something I better start doing something with myself. Then 35 hit you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, 40 is around the corner and I haven't done anything? Oh, John, I better start doing this, doing something. And then 40 hit you, and then you really start looking at yourself like, I'm 40 years old. I don't have nothing. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I need to do something with my life. And at 50, if you don't have anything, it just makes you feel bad. I'm sure it would be, but I don't want to go into negative stuff because that's not good. But yes, my 30-year-old, I wish I had known to save more money. I did save, and I did good. I wish I had not known to. And I did do this. But I'm using it more now. But you have to. I didn't use credit cards a lot in my 30s.
That's good.
I didn't, but some people did. So those are certain things.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we did good, and we didn't get into a lot of debt. Like, because we came from our background, it's like we were not gonna live above our means. Like, we never did that.
Right.
So yeah, I would tell my 30-year-old self that.
Okay. What advice would you give to women entering their 40s and 50s? What advice would we give them entering it? You're gonna laugh at this one, Gina, too?
Okay.
Okay, I'll go first. If you are entering your 40s, that's when sex is the best. And see, I can only speak for myself, but other women might be able to vouch for it or agree with me. But in your 40s, that's why they say a 40-year-old need a 20-year-old man, because when I tell you,
that's another show.
Y'all better ask damn Patti LaBelle.
That's
and her man
show.
real young. Patti LaBelle's man.
Wasn't she in her 80s?
Girl.
I don't know.
Yes, I think, or 70s. Okay. But I know, anyway, 40. I can only speak for myself. But the question is, what would you tell a woman entering her 40s and 50s? A 40-year-old, do this, honey. That's the best sex, because your body by then, and your body agrees. It agrees, and you're just having so much fun. So get as much sex as you can, do it as much as you can, enjoy it as much as you can in your 40s. Okay, 50-year-old, understand that you're about to change. Your life, you're gonna be changing. Stuff on you gonna be changing fast. Your mind will start thinking, oh shit, I'm halfway a century old. You know, that's what your mind would tell you. But if you got everything together, just because your mind tell you that, tell your mind you're a liar. Yeah, it is true that I might be 50 century old, but I still got it going on. So don't let it stop you. And your mind would tell you you can't wear certain things or you can't do certain things at 50. Yes, you can if you do it with taste and style. Now, don't be 50 thinking you can wear some damn Daisy Dukes up your cootie rachi. And you can do that. Even if you're physically fit, you can. But at 50, I'm trying to be careful what I say, because some 50-year-old probably still are wearing them up their cootie rachi. And they probably still look good. Their bodies are good and all of that. But I'm speaking for me. Don't let nobody tell you can't wear them, because you can, but you probably shouldn't, because that wouldn't be ladylike, right? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. No,
okay.
no, you're absolutely right. I'm always covered. You know, except when I go on date night, because I have fun on date night, but I don't wear nothing at my cutarachi. I don't do that.
But no, wearing short stuff and looking nice, it's okay.
Yeah.
But let me just say, what I'm saying is, I've seen some women, I don't know their age, so I can't even say what their age was, but they have on things and it's like, it doesn't matter what your age is, that you should not have on.
Oh, yeah.
That's
now,
probably what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm being mean, I'm being bad, but I'm not trying to be bad, guys. Okay, what's one myth about aging you want to shut it down right now today? A myth about aging.
That you don't have sex more than one time a day in your 60s, because you do.
Oh, no, that is not a myth. That is not a myth. I was about to say
That's
something, but I am not going to put my mother out there like that.
People don't think you do that.
Well,
so
that's
you do.
That's the young millennials or Gen Zs probably
okay.
feel that way.
Of
but
course,
another 60-year-old know that you are.
Oh, okay.
Because they probably are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a myth.
Because it ain't
they
dead.
feel like you're at that age, you're not supposed to be doing all that stuff, but you do.
That's a myth. Okay.
That's a myth.
Yeah, a myth.
What's another myth?
Old dogs can't learn new tricks. And I'm not calling us dogs, but old people don't learn new tricks. Yes, you can learn.
I mean, people start multi-billion-dollar corporations in their 60s.
That was another thing. You can still chase your dreams no matter how old you are.
Right.
Yeah.
People get degrees in their 80s. Like the myths, I think now are kind of broken, because it's been proven that those things aren't the truth. So I don't know what's the new myth out there that people don't believe. That's the only one that I really heard that I know of. But what do you hear?
Another one, they say that when you get older, you don't need as much sleep. Who says that? I'm thinking you need more. You need more. Because to me, I think
especially women.
Yeah, I think that it circles back around. It's sort of like you're a baby twice. When you need those naps when you're a toddler or whatever, when you get a certain age, you're going to need those naps again.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I need a booster in the middle of the day.
Right.
You know, it's like, let me see.
Because our family comes from women that have aged beautifully. Yeah. And they have done everything in their older age that we were like, what you doing? What you
doing? It was
doing?
another one. Oh, dementia. Just because your parents had dementia doesn't mean that you're going to have it. A lot of people, like it says, shut it down. No, that doesn't mean you're going to have dementia. That doesn't mean that you're going to be that way because your parents, you could skip that whole thing. Sometimes they say that stuff is hereditary or certain things are, but that doesn't mean, it was some that I pulled up.
Myths.
Yeah, but it is.
I mean, I go places with my kids and they're always like, your mom,
exercise is harmful.
Oh.
Older adults need less sleep. No. You have to give up driving when you're old. That's a myth. Daggone
So
well.
one of the clients at the salon, she's 94, and she still comes to get her hair done. She goes to Neiman Marcus. She goes to shopping at Whole Foods. I think I told you about
94?
She's 94.
And driving?
Yes, from my area to Buckhead. And she gets her lashes done, and that's
She's
what I'm saying.
doing
We're
good.
living older.
Yes,
We're an
yes.
older generation now, so we have a lot of life to live. A lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, of course we do. But I think the reason why I feel like I do, like I said, I have this feeling, when I was in my 20s and 30s, it was just so good. And the 40s,
Of course. Same for me. You had no care.
You have to slow down now, and I just don't. Maybe I just don't like the slow down thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not slowing down. We're not slowing down.
Yeah. So that is
Okay.
it, Gina.
Oh, that was fun.
It was.
That was good.
I had to write mine down because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget it, and to just really, if you are a seasoned woman or a seasoned man, you know, yeah, please DM us and let us know what you think and how you feel about aging gracefully. Do you like it? Are you afraid of it? Are you having a time with it? Is it challenging to you? You know, let us know. Yes, and the next episode I'm gonna have a life coach on, and that's gonna be really cool.
I'm sure
that's gonna be pretty fun.
They can give you the real facts.
Yeah. Yes. So guys, as always, feel the rumble and listen to the roar, and we'll see you next time. And thank you so much for coming on my show. I do this every time. I was so happy and yes, thank you so much, Gina.
This is beautiful.
Yes, thank you. All right, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.